Now we're live.
We leave it?
We leave after many trials and tribulations. Oof. Right, now time to post in the places.
Do it.
Oh, whoops. Forgot to do the thing I normally do with that. Whoops, Daisy. Now tag.
You still have the title and stuff as Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, well, shit. Well, we're gonna have to change that.
Or we could play Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, I don't mind having a group thing for our for the
How
for
many
this week.
people are we? 7 people?
Yeah.
Like all of us talking to Draco as he plays KH3.
Well, you guys want to join me while I go treasure hunting in Olympus?
Let's go!
So this is the weirdest thing. Draco.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't show my hit points right now.
That's weird.
That is weird.
It shows I have the 3 temporary hit points from the pie, but it's like
You're right, it doesn't show for me. Oh. Where did my go? I had it up and then it's gone.
Sign in over here so I can do this on this end.
Yeah, for the
Let me
HP, I just had to
refresh
go
this
into my
page.
character sheet and re-add my health.
Mm-hmm.
And then it popped up. So hopefully you remember your health.
Hold on, let me see.
28.
Why is it not showing for... wait. I think I figured out why. Give me a hot second here. Wait, no, it's just not showing it at all. That
Same.
is bizarre. Okay,
Is your health on your character sheet?
Yeah, it's not on the
No.
character sheet. That.
Not at all.
Do you remember what your full health was?
I think mine was 26.
Let me see if I character mancer and then come back. Does it remember my...
Well, if you launch the Character Mancer and not Character Mancer level up, that'll reset you to level 1.
What the hell? It's not showing that I have a character level at all.
Same.
It's like I try to do the launch character level, and it's like you can't do that unless you do level 1.
Okay, OBS is really waking out. Or, not OBS. That was before OBS. Now it's Roll20 that's the issue.
But it shows I'm a like level 2 Wild Mage Sorcerer, level 1 Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just may be a Roll20 thing.
I'm
I
refreshing
mean, for
again.
me, it only fucked up my HP, but that's about it.
Yeah, everything on mine looks fine. I just had to re-add my health.
Let me
But
see if
then
I
again, I'm
refresh.
I had to manually level up everything, so...
It says that I'm level 3.
Okay, at least it
Yeah.
has that correct.
And college Bard of Eloquence. Yeah, okay.
So it's just your HP that was messed up.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Okay.
So do you need help calculating your health there, Yelene, or...?
Yes. How much health would I know?
Do you just want to go with average?
Sure.
I mean, we might as well.
Well,
just
it's
go
max
with average.
HP for level 1, and then average for every level after that.
So 8, 5, 5. So 18. What's your con modifier?
1.
So you'll be at 21.
Thank you.
21.
If you just took the average for these two.
And we have 3 additional, right? As a party?
What do you mean?
For temporary hit points? No.
Oh,
I
could
wouldn't
you-
have it because I didn't eat the
Yeah,
pie.
you didn't eat your
Yes.
pie.
Okay. Okay.
Not yet.
Maybe later. Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. We're having technical difficulties on all fronts.
It's fine. Things update, messes with stuff.
See, this is why things should never update, clearly. It leads to these
Yes, Draco.
issues.
I
Keep
only-
everything in stagnation.
Yeah!
I
Nothing needs to change.
What could
Listen to the
possibly go
land.
wrong?
Listen to
I
the land.
haven't
Nothing has to
updated
change.
OBS until this week, and it's been needing of an update for a few months.
Hmm.
Always fun when it's not just one of the things that has fucked up, it's both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Daluna and I have had our problems with Foundry over in the Power Rangers game.
So everything's messing up. Lovely.
Yeah, I need to figure.
Alright,
what my
let's
HP
see.
is.
Vasco, no attacking your brother, okay?
Brian, what was the what were you saying for the HP? I messed up too.
Okay. Because you're one cleric. Oh, two cleric, right?
2 cleric, 1 fighter.
So 8 plus 5, that's 13.
I
Fighter.
found a calculator if you want to
Yeah,
do it
average.
like that.
13 plus 6, that's 19. So 19 plus your con mod is plus
Vasco.
plus 2.
Here,
Yeah.
if you want to double check it, just look at this one, because it also allows you to do multi-class and all that.
Let's look at that.
So what I did was mine is level 2 sorcerer with a con modifier of 3, and then second class was a level 1 fighter. I'm at 26 HP.
You would be about 25-ish
Actually, wait, no,
if
27.
you just took average.
Yeah, 25.
That's pretty good.
Why does every now and again Roll20 just messes things up?
Because they need to make sure you're keeping on your toes.
Yeah, I was just about
Fair,
to say,
fair.
Roll20 needs to make 100% sure you're paying attention.
This has actually been like the first time that I've had a problem with Roll20. Every other
Wow.
time it's been fine for me.
I mean, usually it's been fine for me. I've had moments where, like, dynamic lighting fucked up on me, but other than that...
Well, that's on the GM side then.
Yeah.
Blame everything on Draco.
No,
see how
no,
it
I'm just saying
is.
there's a difference between running Roll20 as the GM and then running it as a player.
Yeah, true.
True, I haven't really had any issues as a player, in theory, that I can recall, knock on wood. Alright. With that nonsense sorted out,
We live? We leave it? I forget if I
Yeah.
said it already.
you did.
We've been live.
Or like,
I know. I forget if I said it though.
You
Fair
did.
enough. Oop. That's not what I want. So, how's everyone doing? I didn't ask before, so I will now. How's everyone doing?
doing.
Ooh. I hear you.
Decent.
I'm here.
I also
That's-
exist.
That is an accurate thing to say, is that I exist right now.
Yeah, I agree. I do exist. Last
Are
time
we
I
all
checked.
in the? Are we all in a state of existence?
I think so.
Yes.
Also, thank you
Put
for
in
the
my mind.
resub with Prime, Rotten.
Also, my cats are very much existing as well with me.
There we go. Everything popped into existence. And who would like to do the recap for tonight? Let's hit the ground running after all the mess.
I feel like someone who had the pie should do the recap.
That would be...
I mean, does anyone remember what happened?
There's a lot. Actually, there's too much. Let me sum up.
Okay.
Sum up what happened.
Yeah. The floor is yours.
Let's see. So we helped bury the father of the people that were going to go basically chauffeur to another city. We left the town, and while we were leaving, we found this really interesting lady with some really tasty pies, honestly, that make you have really good dreams. Like I wasn't the only one that had a good dream that night, was I? Anyway, yeah, we did that, and then we met two witches named Dan and Dave, and they were actually a part of the original party that unfortunately the gentleman that we buried was a part of. They offered us a ride over to basically to the city that we need to go, which I personally really liked because one, they had a dog, or they have a dog, and two, maybe we don't have to walk, so that's actually gonna be a lot easier. See, we just stopped at this camp. There's some really cool or interesting looking people here, so that's the best I got.
I mean, if you think about it, technically they have two dogs. One is just significantly larger than the other.
You know, that's fair.
They have a dog that's a house?
Yeah. A dog
A literal
house.
doghouse.
Yep.
That was the joke that we made all above. Yeah, that's we made literally all the first session.
Mm-hmm. After I had summoned it, the very first thing, the doghouse.
I think that was actually the name of our the name of the episode that happened. Actually, like we're in the doghouse now.
All right, but take your point of inspiration. Let's move on over to the Sarahpool encampment. By the way, apparently the song here uses some copyright thing in it according to YouTube, which sucks, but I did not have time to change it out.
Thank you, YouTube.
Oh, Draco.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Twitch. What's it call it? The music thing. Put on a different.
What?
Does anyone else who does streaming know what I'm talking about? Put the thing on the not streaming track. Sorry, the not VOD track.
I don't know how to do it.
Put the music on the not VOD track, and then everything else on the VOD track, and then it'll be fine.
Okay.
Also assign which one's the VOD track.
So I'm just gonna go with this. I mean, this song only really plays here at this particular map, so it'll only be 2 episodes. It is fine for now. But you've all walked out of Henrietta. She's just lying on the ground, and you see all of these Vistana. Actually, no, plural. All these Vistani, as well as a strange little guy that you can't quite identify what race he is. He seems to be too engrossed in conversation to notice the giant house. Dog.
Do any of the Vistani notice the giant dog house walking up?
Nah, they're just
And like
vibing.
10 people walking out of it.
I'm gonna be real with you. At least 90% of these people out here are probably some level of drunk. Some more than others.
That's fair. That'll excuse the doghouse being.
I mean, if they look at it, it's gonna be a thing later, I'm sure.
Then again, doghouse while drunk is less of a thing. I feel like that would be something you'd have to do on a different type of substance.
Yeah.
I'm going to, real quick, I just got shared this. The Foo Fighters were rocking so hard with their rendition of Everlong, they summoned Thor.
Huh?
I'm gonna share this, like, this is gonna be memes, because I'm like, holy crap, that's amazing. I'm sorry to derail it, but I was like, I had to watch it. Like, they usually end their concerts with Everlong. Because that's like that is their most popular song. They want to end it with it. And Lightning was above them. And so Dave Grohl's like, no, we're sorry guys. You gotta go. You gotta get safe.
Alright. So, Dan will point out that Madam Eva's tent is back here, unless you want to speak to the Vistana around the campfire. They're pretty friendly. They'll probably give you a drink, chat you up a little bit.
Do any of the Vistani look, I guess, quizzical at these like unique people that we have with us?
They, unlike the people in Barovia, they do not seem to care at all.
I'm bringing the how big is 9-gallon keg?
Yeah, 9-gallon perk of witch brew.
Yeah, I'm bringing that, hoping that it's a decent piece of.
Alright. The old man will chime into seeing you roll the man over here. I'll just do this again. Oh! Come here for a drink, huh? And I see you've brought your own. Going to share with the rest of us, huh? I mean, we have our wine, but I wouldn't be against trying a new brew.
Above game, I'm debating on making him pay for it. I keep forgetting what my character's voice is. All right. You can have a little bit, but Sacred Cup, you gotta pay.
Ah, businessman, I see.
It's only fair.
Tell you what. How about we trade? We have wine. We let you drink as much as you like to let us drink as much as you like of little tit for tat, you know? Ale for wine, trading. We've got a few bottles ourselves. It's a bit easier to transport, no offense, but it's a bit of a big keg, eh?
I like, with my tiny little tabaxi paws, like, signal to the others to huddle around. It's like, so, what do we do?
Din's gonna just, like, hold up his hands. I mean, I have no horse in this race, if I'm being honest. They're friendly folk. They like to sit around the campfire, dance, drink, tell stories. I mean, if you're a real stickler about it, I guess they'll maybe be okay with paying you for it, but you'll also have to... I'd wager they're going to make you pay for wine if they share it with you.
Should we negotiate maybe like for stuff?
Do you even know what you want from them? We come up to this one group of friendly people, and your first instinct is to have them pay for something that you recently just bought.
Yeah, kind of messed up, Tail Munch.
This is why
Claw
children
out.
do not have alcohol.
Claw out on the one paw digit. Listen here. You saw how the other shops upcharged everything. We need to figure out how to game the system.
I point to Dale and Dave and they didn't.
D&D.
Yeah,
I point to them. They did it.
I mean, we charged pretty fairly, I think. That came from Dave specifically.
And these Vistani are very amicable. As long as you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you. It's just the one asshole shopkeep that you try to pick a fight with.
Okay then.
So, I may not be a businessman, but I know one thing. Sometimes offering something for free, you can get something very nice in return.
That's true.
Huddle break. Okay. We'll let you take 5 glasses per person for free. And the 6th glass you gotta pay for.
I'll bat your helmet.
The Vistani talk amongst themselves. Fair enough.
You can hear, like, with the batting of the helmet, like, it's like, whatchamacallit? Like, Tom and Jerry-esque. Just, like, the shiver down the, cat is, like,
Your whole body just sort of gyrates from how much it's shaking.
Yep.
Alright. You drive a hard bargain. But likewise, any wine you drink here, each of you can have 5 glasses, and the last one, that will be charged.
Deal.
Sanamir will stand up, walk over to you, and shake your paw. Pleasure doing business with you.
As with you.
If you don't mind me asking, what brings you here to our camp? Come for a night of fun and partying?
Very good to see Madam Eva.
Ah, you're here to get your fortunes told. Madam Eva knows all, after all. She's in the tent over that way. She's expecting you, I'm sure. Wouldn't be much of a fortune teller if she didn't.
So just like an oracle.
Oh, yes, I believe I've heard that term used for her as well. Some say fortune teller, some say oracle, reader of fates, that sort of deal. While you're chatting, you hear a really tiny voice over here. Wait, is that a dog? Is that a house dog? A dog house? What is that?
The fuck is that?
And immediately the small guy just sort of dashes around all of you, not really paying you much heed, staring at the doghouse. Whoa!
Quite popular, aren't you, Dan?
Oh, well, I mean, Henrietta is. And immediately the small man zooms over. Is that your dog? House dog? What is it? What's its name? How do I refer to? And he gestures at it. Well, that's Henrietta. She's an animated hut. How'd you do it? Oh, magic, old magic, we have to, Dave, would you mind explaining to our friend here while, the rest of us move on to Madam Eva's? And Dave just looks at Dan like, you son of a bitch. Yes, I suppose I could do that. Awesome. Oh, manners. I'm Quimby Trailblaze. Pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure.
Right.
Well, what's your names?
Six-foot.
I mean, we've only just met.
I am Raul.
Oh, pleasure.
My name is Kardec.
Hi, I'm Bolt.
Oh, interesting name. Are you really fast? Is that why they call you Bolt?
Kind of. More so this, and he'll hold up his palm, and he won't cast shocking grasp, but like let the lightning damage just flicker around his hand.
Oh, so you're a mage too. I'm more of a sorcerer myself. I can, and he lifts his hands up and he summons a little ghostly hand, and it waves at you.
Well, he does the typical cat thing of like when they see something shiny and the eyes just immediately dilate. I wish I could learn how to do that. Unfortunately, my magic is a little limited.
Oh,
Kind of a little. It's a little different compared to what I know other magic users do. And he'll pull out his set of like smith tools. I basically use these to cast.
oh, that's neat. I don't think I've met someone who uses magic through technology, but I have seen people make a lot of technologies. Gnomes are really good at it from where I'm from. Although, to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen anyone quite like you where I'm from. And I don't know if I've seen anyone quite like me where you're from. Because, like, I mean, the Vistani here, they've been all over the place, but they said they haven't seen someone like me. And you know, that's strange, because I'm pretty common from where I come from, but again, I don't know where everyone comes from, and he just sort of starts derailing and rambling for a bit unless someone stops him.
Yeah, I'm kind of from far away myself. I basically, everything I learned was from my mentor growing up. I lived in a village of dwarves, actually. It's where I got all my smithing knowledge from.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I mean, I just sort of have my magic. The only explanation I have for it is that I got it from the Grey Gem. Like, too much energy was released when I was born, and then it got absorbed into me or something. I don't know how true that is.
Bolt snaps his eyes over to Kardec. Does this sound familiar to you? You're kind of the expert on a lot of magic-y things.
If I'm the expert, we're in big trouble. He jokes.
Yeah, Dan's like, I mean, I'm pretty knowledgeable on magic, but, I mean, I guess if you're a group, no offense, Carter.
No, I mean, if you want to contribute, you can. We've only known each other for, like, a few hours.
Well, I mean, it makes sense he'd be a wild mage if he got it from a source like that. Do you have surges? Quinby shakes his head. I don't even know what that means. Huh.
When you have your magic, or when you do anything with your magic, does stuff just happen?
I mean, that's just kind of how magic works, isn't it? You wave your hand.
No,
say
what
some
I
words.
mean by that is like random things. Like I told them, like I once cast a I once cast a simple spell and a banana appeared on my shoulder.
That's hilarious. But no, I don't have
It was
random
it
stuff.
was pretty funny in hindsight, but like
Well, so I just realized you guys probably don't even know what the gray gem is because it comes from where I'm from. So like there's this gray, it's pretty self-explanatory by the name. It's a gray gem, right? And apparently whoever looks at it, it's different for every person. Like I might see it as a gem with 10 faucets on it. You might see one with 20 or 30 or 2. It's a very bizarre, chaotic gem, and it was made by like the gods. So I think my magic comes from gods or something. At least that's the only explanation I really have. He thinks for a moment. Although, I mean, magic technically comes from me, it's in my blood. What is weird? Magic is weird. By the way, I'm sorry, how did you guys get here? Did you fall through portals too?
we didn't fall through portals. It became really foggy, and all of a sudden we were here.
Huh. Because, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm actually, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a big deal. I'm just like starting to learn magic. There's this magic sort of group that I'm trying to get part of called High Sorcery. Shoot, I know the name. I'm trying out for the dang thing. Mages of High Sorcery, right? And like, I'm the first of my kind kenders to ever really join. And I was in the lab, I was waiting for them patiently, and I was looking around at all the cool magic stuff, and I may or may not have bumped into a shelf and a bunch of stuff may or may not have broken. And then a portal appeared, and I'm like, you know what? How often will I get the chance to explore a random portal that might lead to another world? So I just walked on through. Whatever happened, happens, and here I am.
This is an awful place for you to end up.
I mean, the Vistani are pretty nice.
I mean, yeah, there are some nice people, but these lands are cruel.
Well, it's a new experience. Fun thing about kenders, again, I'm pretty sure you've never met them, we love new experiences, even if they're bad ones. When we're young, we go and wander all over the place, and eventually we settle down. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but, you know, that's a tradition or whatever, but tradition's really just peer pressure from old people, and dead people sometimes, and who really cares about that nonsense? But anyway, so... yeah.
You know, actually, I never thought of it that way before.
Yeah. But like I said, we believe in new experiences. We don't feel fear. I mean, obviously, like, I don't want to get hurt. I mean, it might be a new experience, but it's unpleasant. And I don't want to die. I mean, I don't fear death, because, like, I mean, that's just another step in another journey or whatever, but, like, it's not something that I'd be absolutely horrified of, you know? I'd avoid it. Everyone's gonna avoid it, but, like, if it happens, it happens. But I'm wondering, what if I became immortal? That would be fun, because then I could travel all over the place, right? I'm limited to my lifespan. I only live, like, 100 years. It's not a lot of time in the grand scheme, you know? Plus, I mean, that's if I don't get caught up in anything that ends me sooner. But I think that's just no matter what, even if I was immortal, that wouldn't be an issue, you know?
My brain hurts trying to understand you. I'm gonna go to Madam Eva now.
Yeah, we need
Yeah, you know, that
Alright,
it's interesting.
You're a strange little one.
I get that. You also notice, while you've been talking to him, he's holding this staff that you didn't before. It's weird. It's not quite a quarterstaff, because at the end of it, it looks like a slingshot. So it's like a quarterstaff in height for him, with a slingshot at the end and a sharp point at the very end of it. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you all. I'm going to ask Dave a lot of questions about Henrietta over here. Have fun with Madam Eva.
That poor sap. He just starts walking away.
Meanwhile, I'm just in a tree right next to everything that's happening. Wait, let me do a little bit of stealth for the sake of it.
Alright.
Did anyone notice me?
Let's see.
Just existing in this tree.
I think 15 beats out everyone's passive perception.
Yellen, I'm gonna be honest, Raoul did not care if you disappeared or not.
Wow. Damn.
Look, we've only been a team for like a week now. I don't think we have that camaraderie yet.
It's less than a week, it's only been a couple days. Like 2.
I am doing the typical cat thing of the little wiggle and to like lunge on this guy. It's like, this looks like a little play toy.
I was thinking the same thing, Bubba.
I mean, let me see. How tall is he? He's about 3'7", so he's not too much shorter than you, but he is
Jesus.
shorter.
I can't believe Skrunkly's taller than you, Yelling.
No, I think Abby is Abby is taller.
I'm 4'5".
Not by much,
Nah,
but is taller.
now Skrunkly's taller than you.
jeez.
Now Skrunkly's taller than you. You can't change my headcanon.
I lunge towards.
He jumps, startled, and let's see what he's gonna do in response.
The
Inflict
headcanon will
wounds.
always be that Abby is the shortest person in the room.
Abby's height just adjusts accordingly.
You're smaller than the dog.
Oh God. She's
If that happens, then that I feel like that the Abby would just be like, cursing this cursed tail.
all of your mass gets transported to the tail. Tragic. But, I guess he's going to make it, like, a surprised attack at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
He jabs the pointy thing at you. And you take 6 piercing damage.
Ow.
Oh!
That's what you get for trying to attack people.
Oh!
Thought this was a play toy.
I'm a person, thank you. I have thoughts, feelings, emotions, and a pointy stick. Also magic. But right now I've got the stick. And he, like, pokes it at you menacingly. Not, like, to hit you, but to remind you it's there.
Zio's gonna walk back over to Abby.
I was just gonna hit them on the helmet and then drag them over.
And the same cartoony, like, Tom and Jerry vibrating thing happens.
Zio's just gonna grab her by the scruff and just walk her over.
Him.
Him over. Yeah.
Oi! Hey! Why'd you do that? No! Stop it!
Standamir just watches, takes a swig of wine. We're a lively bunch.
And I'm doing like... Now I'm doing the little... If you've seen the Lackadaisy pilot...
I have not.
I have.
I have.
You know the segment where the brothers are just like doing a little cat fight in front of the cars?
Mm-hmm.
That. Right before Piper Um, right before the flashlight scene. That's what's happening.
But the music is going to change. I won't move you over to what I'm about to yet, because we're just gonna alter. Right, and let's see, where is... There it is.
So kind of funny that Zio or Kai never said their names.
Oh yeah. Listen,
Oh, don't worry. Technically, Kardik didn't either.
above game, Kenders are ADHD the race. So you didn't introduce yourself, and he just sort of forgot that he had asked you. Magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you have arrived! Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips. Come, come! I have foreseen your arrival. Bolt, Zio, Antonius, Kardak, Raoul, Kai, and even you, Galinda. Irina and Ismark as well. Aside from the previously two mentioned, you've all been through quite an adventure so far in these lands, haven't you? Durst Manor was not kind, but you managed to pull through all the same. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Let's see if I can find her picture. So, come in, come in. Don't stand in the tent's way. Come to the table and I shall read your fortunes. Oh, I don't have art for her? Fine, then I'll do it this way. This is the crone you all see before you.
Huh.
And she pulls out a deck of cards. And she starts putting them on the table, one after another, until there's 5 arranged in a cross pattern. Now, if you wish to take on the devil, you're going to need 3 relics of power. Not only will I predict for you where these powerful items can be found, but also an ally that could help you in your quest. Perhaps you've met them already, perhaps you have not. And the last card will reveal to you where you will fight the devil in his final stand against you. But without further ado, she taps this card first. This card tells of history, knowledge of the ancient that will help you better understand your enemy. And she flips the card over. And for chat, I will also... Oh wait, I have to do it on this end, that's right. Shift Z. Ah! The hooded one. I see a faceless god. He awaits you at the end of a long, winding road, deep in the mountains. She points to the next card and flips it over. Ah, the Torturer. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. There is a town where all is not well, There you will find a house of corruption, within a dark room full of still ghosts. And she continues. The third card. Whoops, that's the wrong file. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. And she flips the card over. Yes, the monk. He reveals this treasure is hidden behind the sun in the house of a saint. And of course we have the fourth card in our little fortune telling here. This card sheds light on the one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. And she flips the card. Curious. The broken one. I see a man who has lost the little he had, yet still tries to help in whatever way he can. He is powerful, but he no longer believes it. Perhaps you can help him see the light? Dan chimes in here. What are you getting at, Ava? I don't attempt anything. I only read as the cards reveal to me, as Mother Night has given me the ability to do. This is the fate I see. Whether it comes true, that's up to everyone in this room. He narrows his eyes, but quiets down. And last, but
Insight.
Oh, by all means.
Eh, 10.
With a 10...
I might as well too. I also a 10.
You know what? For the lulls.
Good.
Slightly better. Hey, we're getting slightly better.
I know
And
shit.
there's the net one.
Alright. I mean, I could roll for Dan, because he immediately is suspicious. Let me see. He is not trained in this, so let's see how his insight work. Yeah, no. This woman is very hard to read. Cagey, as most fortune tellers are. It's hard to tell if she knows more than she's letting on, but you do believe that she is being truthful about Mother Night, giving her the ability to see into the future.
Hey,
whether-
Draco.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't inciting her, I was inciting Dan.
Oh. Interesting. Well then, let's see. Dan's not really hiding what's going on. He is suspicious of that reading. You think that he might believe that he's the one that the card is speaking of. Possibly. And that he isn't comfortable with that. Exactly. Or he doesn't believe that he could possibly be of any help. More than he has been already. It's unclear whether or not which one that is exactly with your insight of 10, but you do get the vibe that maybe... Well, he certainly fits that part of the description in the fortune. He no longer believes it. That he could possibly be a help in the fight against the devil.
Bolt will keep this to himself for the time being.
Right, and just to clarify, was everyone inciting Madam Eva or Dan?
I was doing Madam Eva.
Ava.
Ava.
Okay.
I got a nat 1, so I don't know who I can read.
Yeah. You have no idea what the fuck's going on. You're just listening to the fortune. Very entranced.
This is weird.
But We got distracted. There's still one card to reveal. This card will reveal where you fight the devil last. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. And she flips it over. Ah, the Raven. She shows us loss has hit Strahd harder than we think. Look to the tomb of his castle's namesake. And that is the final gift of foresight I can gift you. And for all of your information, I have written down everything she has read, so that you can refer to it as you see fit. There it goes. It was just being slow for chat. I've also color-coded it. Because
One of them is hard to
Let's
read.
see.
Wait, are you in light mode or dark
No.
mode?
Then that'll be on my end. Right, I'll switch to dark mode.
Yeah, because I
Oh.
used that one specifically because it worked well in dark mode.
And
Okay.
it's more thematic.
Yeah.
For
I also tried to be as thematic as possible with the different things. Obviously, the battle against Strahd, the final battle, is going to be in red. The one of knowledge in green. The symbol in gold. This sunlight sword in yellow. It just made sense.
Okay.
The Raven, it all makes sense. We're fighting Odin.
My god. Well, that's my reading. If you're ever lost again, feel free to come back and I can do another. If you misplace one of the items of power or are unsure where you need to go, I can always be a guiding hand if you need it. But if that is all, feel free to go about your adventure. Unless you have questions, I suppose. Thoughts? Concerns?
if no one's asking questions, I know what I'm gonna do next. But if someone asks questions first, preferably.
Gardex are really confused. That's why he's not really talking right now. He's just trying to think of like what all these cards can actually mean.
I guess I'll have Raul's.
Zio's
You go.
just staring at the broken one card.
Hmm.
I guess I'll have Raul speak up. Are you certain that these reading you have can actually help us?
Oh, absolutely. My readings are absolute. I mean, fate is prone to changing here and there depending on free will and all that, but this is what I have read. The 3 items of power will be very useful against the devil. I
But
cannot tell you exactly where they are, other than what I have read, however.
Well, sorry for having suspicion in these readings or power that you have. It is hard to find hope sometimes.
Ah. But even in the darkest of darkness, there is a little light that will never shine out. If you look hard enough, you can find hope even in the bleakest moments. Or perhaps it can be snuffed out. I hope for all of our sakes that the former is over the latter. But I can be plain and candid with you. Many have tried to defeat the devil. You are not the first.
But will we be the last is the main question.
Ah, that is indeed the right question. And that is only a question that you can answer. I cannot. Fate is a tricky thing. Although, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but you're not going to accomplish anything just sitting here in my tent.
Right.
Just
Just gets up and gives her a gold coin.
She will gladly accept it. I appreciate your patronage.
Least I could do for an oracle.
Dan will let out a sigh. I think I might be the one from the Broken One card. But I'm not willing to rise against the devil. At least not yet. I don't want to see people I care about die or worse again. If you get some of the items of power, come back to me and maybe I'll be willing to join.
If I'm to understand this correctly, our little agreement only lasts until we can get these two to safety. Is that not right?
Right. For now, at least.
No one's asking you to do this again. Anybody would probably be hesitant facing someone that powerful.
Either way, I'm getting out of here.
Right.
That's probably the best idea. Let's go back.
It's time for me to change the music once more.
Oh no.
Oh, I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. We want this.
Tabaxi of the Abbey, once leaving the tent, decides that he is somehow related to the Raven. Just decides that
Okay.
I am definitely the Raven, and lets his tail out, and the tail shape shifts into one of the the pinwheel seeds, but like black. So it kind of looks like it, and also large. So it could be wings on his butt.
Madam Eva will chuckle. Well, I would say that that every individual has a card that would associate with them in this deck. She eyes Zio. Zio and Dan, of course, would fall under the Broken One. Of that it is plain to see. You both lost a lot.
You know what? I'm interested. What would you say that I represent?
She looks at you deeply. Let me grab my deck really quick. If I double click on it, yeah, there we go. So now I can see. Oh wait, what am I doing? I actually have a physical Taroka deck that I can flip through because I bought this with that. Him.
okay, let's get everyone's fortunes individually
Let's
read.
see, the Tempter,
Let's
the Horseman, the Dungeon, the Artifact, Marionettes, the Ghost. I don't think anyone falls under the Innocent, no offense.
Hey. You know what? That's fair.
I think that's Quinbly or whatever his name is.
Quinby? Yeah,
Maybe
I can
it's
see
the
Quinby.
doggos.
Quinby and
Yeah.
the doggos.
Squimly?
definitely.
No,
Quinby.
like Yuki is nothing but innocent, and I will not hear anything otherwise.
100%.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get his name wrong every single time on purpose.
Obviously, Ava falls under the Seer. I don't think anyone falls under the Beast. Hmm.
You sure about that?
Oh, well, you know what? Actually, she will look to Raoul, and you fall under the beast. I think you know very well why. The devil himself falls under the Dark Lord. Elementalist. Evoker. She looks over at Tabaxi of the Abbey. No offense, but I believe you fall under the Charlatan more than the Raven.
The tail has turned into a spike.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, there are much worse things to fall under. I have a ghost in this deck, and the traitor.
Definitely would not like to fall under that one.
Tail looks.
No, Tritoro.
Tail has returned to a quote unquote normal state and is now being wrapped up.
Now, Kai, I believe you fall under the Myrmidon.
The what?
She will show you a card that has a soldier wielding a sword and a shield with a helmet on. Although, I mean, it would be a bit cliche, but there is a paladin card. That's a bit on the nose, don't you think?
Yeah. A little bit too much on the nose, I'd say.
Soldier, healer, torture. There actually is just the rogue. But again, that is also very on the nose. But Kardak. Well, you're not a missionary. Oh wait. You know what, Kai, there's a better card for you. The Mercenary.
There we go. That's more my speed.
Kardak is not a wizard. I think what would probably fit you, Kardak, the best, would be the Evoker. Or the Elementalist.
Wondering what-
The Elementalist could be good for you. After looking at you a bit deeper, holding your gaze for a while. Yes, the Elementalist, I believe, is the best card. Your card.
Okay. Don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
You have an affinity for elemental magic, I'm feeling. Thunder and lightning. Fire.
Oh, actually, then, yeah, that is accurate.
The dog falls under the innocent. That, I feel, doesn't need to really be said, but there it is.
If there was ever a dog that didn't, then they should not exist because there's no such thing as a bad dog. Like Karnak says that confidently.
Yeah.
He is, in his innocent little, or in his short innocent little life, he has never met a dog that was a bad dog.
Right. Well, I suppose I could. Irina is also under the House of the Innocent. Yes, Mark, I think, falls under the Soldier. And with that, I have read all of your home cards.
Bolt would wave his hand.
Oh! You are most certainly right, I missed one. I'm getting forgetful in my old age. I've been around for a while, excuse me. Lord. Definitely not the anarchist. Philanthropist. Transmute her. Definitely not the Avenger. Healer wouldn't quite fit. No to the Beggar or Berserker. Not a Swashbuckler. Dictator, Enchanter. You know, it's not a perfect fit. But I think you actually fall under the House of the Wizard. Most people think of the wizard and immediately assume the magic man studying in his tall tower. But the wizard card is one of learning, of understanding, and innovation. Let us not
Pulls out his pistol.
Exactly. Yes, I think the wizard absolutely fits you best. But seriously, I've read your
Yes, it's leave it.
fortunes.
It's time for us to be on our way. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Of course. It is my solemn duty to ensure that all wayward sheep find their way in the tides of fate in Barovia. And as you walk out, let me switch the tune and switch the page. Okay, here we go. Now, where is... Oh, it got rid of the song. Okay. There's a new face sitting at the campfire. And Dave sort of just runs over to the rest of you. As you see, sitting amongst the Vistani and Quinby, this man.
Oh, hello.
Whoa!
Who's the freak?
He notices you. Well, that's rude. Here I am come to welcome you to my lands. And you call a man you've never met a freak?
Call him as I sees him.
That wasn't very nice. You see his eyes spark.
You will walk next to Kai and slap him in the back of the head.
Oh, son of...
Be nice.
The light in his eyes fade. Very well. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Strahd von Zorovich. I am the ruler of these lands. And I would like to speak with you for but a moment. I understand some of you have been dragged here, not intentionally. Sometimes the mists take people, and I have no say in the matter. While others, he looks to Kardak, Antonius, and Bolt, were unfortunately led here under false pretenses. I'd like to first apologize to the three of you. He smiles, revealing his sharp canines. I don't think many people would come to help out a vampire in his time of need. I felt it was important to obfuscate that point, but if you would be willing to hear me out, I would appreciate it. If not, I understand. I am going to give you, everyone who is not from Barovia here, an option. If you do not want to be here, you don't have to stay. I can let you free from these lands at my whim. And I understand you might not want to reveal to your friends here that you want to leave. Maybe it's a mark of pride, maybe you don't want to seem like you're chickening out or anything like that. Maybe you just have family that you want to go back to at home. Maybe you have an important mission that you were in the middle of doing before you got kicked out to Barovia here. And I want to make sure I can set that right. So, Quinby, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, right. Let me just... He runs over to you and he hands each of you a piece of parchment and a quill. He hands it to all of the party members, and Dan and Dave. He does not give one to Raoul, Irina, or Ismark. Unfortunately, I cannot extend this kindness to the people that live here. All of us who have been born and live in Barovia are trapped here. No matter how much I may want to, I cannot free those who live here from these lands. But you are all outsiders. You have the potential to get out of here if you so choose. Again, I summoned some of you under false pretenses. I would understand if you would want to leave. It would make me sad, but I would understand. Write on these sheets of paper whether or not you want to stay. Yes for leave, no for stay. Quinby will collect them when you are done, and I will read them. And then when you rest in the night, I will come to take you home with my powers. Easy as that. And he sits back and he waits for you to fill out the sheets. Above game, because I want to make this clear, when I first ran this particular scene, I had a miscommunication with someone. This is a legitimate get your character out of Barovia free card to anyone who is not from Barovia. You can type to me or whisper in chat whether or not you want to stay as your character here. Or if you want to take Strahd up on his offer, if you think your character would actually leave here at this point in time. The choice is yours.
This is unexpected. Above game.
Very like above game. I'm like, yeah, I've never had this happen yet.
I also see it as the idea of like, hey, maybe we're not comfortable with the characters we're playing, or maybe we want to flip flop and do something different. This is a chance.
True.
Fair.
If you narratively think your character would want to leave at this point, you certainly can have them leave. You do have a job you still need to carry out. Whether or not you want to
actually
that.
Above game. Like Karnak is gonna speak up about that. Well, I appreciate that offer, sir.
Wait, I put this in the wrong thing.
Is this a one and done offer, or is this going to be standing? We already accepted a job here, and I have been taught to finish what I start.
I appreciate that. An admirable quality. This is not necessarily a one-time offer. Like I said, I have a job I would like you to undertake. I'll speak more about details once you're finished with this job. You'll have 7 days, if you do decide to say, to respond to me and come to my castle. Or you could just go straight to my castle now. There is a carriage a little ways down the road waiting for you. If you all want to hop in that carriage and come to my castle, we can discuss my job. Or you can finish the job you're working on now. Come back to me in any range of the 7 days. If you want to come back in 3 or 4 days, that's acceptable. If you take my job, I will bring you back home upon completion of the job. There is a little... Again, I don't want to get too far into explanations here and now, but there's going to be a bit of a waiting period because there's something I need you to stay here for a little bit for, and then I can send you home after that job, should you take that job.
I just sent you something, Draco.
Okay.
I sent it in Antonius.
Draco, can I get a vibe of how everybody's feeling in the presence of this man?
Oh, sure, you can do an insight.
Will the rest of us roll like a deception or what?
It depends on whether or not you want to hide this. How you're feeling about...
It's
this
like,
man.
not you guys, just like these guys over here.
Oh, okay.
Just a general vibe.
Right, general vibe. They seem friendly.
I will say this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bolt's decision is basically tied to Abby and Kardec, since one, they're kind of a party together, and two, like, they all did collectively take a job, so...
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll
have to wait and
Much
see
like
how the
Kardec,
others...
Bolt is a man who was taught... Bolt is a cat who was taught by his dwarven mentors. If you start a job, you finish it.
I wonder how this will play out.
So, with the 14, you notice that the Vistani aren't necessarily afraid of Strahd. Like, he's here. They're not exactly in the partying mood at this point, because this is a bit of a serious decision you all have to make, and it seems a little rude to be partying about while you're, having this very serious discussion.
Hmm.
Okay. And if you want, if anyone who doesn't want to audibly speak to Strahd, you can just whisper in Roll20 to me your decision to stay or not. You know what?
I just sent you what. I just actually sent you
sent
mine in
it
Discord.
Discord.
Okay. Let me take a look here.
I put it in my notes. I don't know if that's better or worse for you.
I did see your response in the notes.
Okay.
Okay. And you know what? I'm going to give this to you for free for your insight, Kai. You notice that Dan and Dave, as you look over to them, are shaken. They are very afraid of Strahd. That is not difficult to see at all. They're also a bit confused.
I'll say that Raul is doing the same too.
Hmm.
Just genuine fear, but at the same time, he's just trying to get in between Strahd and Irina, just trying to stand in between, but yeah, I think you can tell that the locals are all scared.
All right. What's the catch?
No catch. Though I understand why you might think so.
Something like this where I'm from isn't free.
I am a gracious host. You are new to these lands, and like I said, the two of you did not mean to come here. No one actually brought you here that with a letter, you didn't come here for a job. The Mists decided to take you against your will to these lands. And that isn't right. I want to make sure that if you do not want to be here, you can leave. It wouldn't be right for me to keep you here. Imagine if you accidentally appeared in someone's home, and there was a party, or They were just going about their business. You don't want to be in that house, isn't it the host's duty to make sure that you get out safe and sound? Although admittedly, in my scenario, they're probably screaming and wondering, why are you in my house? It's not the best analogy, admittedly.
But nothing happened for a reason.
Fair enough. This is true. But let me inform you of these lands and how they work. You see, I am the ruler of Barovia, the country. I can come and go as I please. However, Barovia wasn't always in the demi-planes of dread that you find yourselves in now, where people could not leave of their own volition. A terrible event happened many centuries ago that trapped us all here. We were dragged here by dark powers. They are far more powerful than any of us here, and I believe, he looks to you, Kai, you may have seen them while you were in Durst Manor, or at the very least became aware of their presence. If someone is brought here by the mists, not by me, not by the Vistani traveling with them, then it is these dark powers that have brought you here. And they do not have good intentions. They will more than likely have brought you here because they thought it would be amusing to watch you struggle. It's what they do. It's why all of us Barovians are trapped here. Because they find it fun to watch us struggle, to watch us lose and suffer over and over again. I'm sorry I lost my cool a bit there. I don't know if you want to give them their satisfaction. Zio.
Yes.
But again, it's your choice to make. You can fill out your sheet and I will see who wanted to stay and who wanted to go.
I'll just say it. I'll just say it right now. I will find my own way home.
Same as well.
Good luck.
And good luck to you.
I appreciate
Now, you said you brought us three. He points to Tabaxi and Bolt and my as well as Bardic himself for a mission. Is that not correct?
That is correct. But I would like to discuss that in my castle instead of out in the open like this. Not that I have anything to hide from my friends, but I feel it would be much better to discuss such things over wine and food and drink.
Well, why don't we finish what we're started first, and then go to your castle afterwards? I think that's only fair.
Perfectly fair. Like I said, you have a 7-day grace period. If after a week you have not come to the castle, I will take that as you saying you do not want to take up my job. Which is your choice to make, of course.
I think this is something that we need more time to think about. But we, at least I, don't want any ill will to be gotten over you, your lordship.
Of course. You will see my carriage up ahead, like I said, down the road. If you change your mind, it is still there to take you to the castle. If not, you have 7 days to head toward Ravenloft. But Quimby will collect everyone who wrote out their answer and bring it over to Strahd. He'll flip through them one after another. Oh, hold on a moment. There's not enough here. Dan, Dave, you have not yet responded. What's your angle exactly? You're completely fine letting us go home? Of course. Look, I understand we have history. But you've been here for 6 months. You haven't done anything to harm me since, and I was only defending myself. You probably have family and friends that you want to go back to. And I perfectly understand. You should have the right to go back home, should you wish. And the D&D twins will discuss between themselves for a little bit in mumbled voices. And then they will fill out their sheets, take it. Quimby will take them and bring them back to him. Alright, now that we have everyone here, let me just shuffle these up a little bit and... Very well. It's about time that I be heading off. I've got plans to attend to myself, and I'm sure you need to continue with your current job. It was wonderful meeting you all. And he'll look at Irina hiding behind Raoul. And pleasant to see you again, my love. But I shall be off. And he walks away. And for a cool bit of flair, he transforms into a bat. And flies off toward Castle Ravenloft. And just as quickly as he came, he's gone.
Fucking show off.
Well, do I detect that we probably need to go to the hut to discuss this?
Yes, I think that would be a great idea.
I think above game, I think I know Strahd's angle based on how things were worded.
We'll have to see. Which, let's bring you all to the world map. As soon as you all get into the hut, Dan collapses to the floor with his twin Dave, and they look exhausted. I was not expecting that.
You want to explain?
I told
I don't
you.
think there's anything to explain. They fought him.
Yes.
My old man had a couple of nuggets of wisdom.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking why did they fight him?
You see, you remember the old man by the campfire. His name is Stanimir. He came to me and my friends while we were still in Schult, and he asked us for our help. A noble prince had fallen to tyranny You see, the Vistani and the devil, they have a history. Apparently, when he was still a mortal man, the Vistani found him injured, and they took care of his wounds. They helped escort him back home, and as thanks, the devil said that they were always safe in his lands. They could come and go as they please. But they are worried about the monster he's become. They wanted us to stop him, to save him from himself, and save the lands of Barovia from him, but they failed. They failed.
If I can ask you honestly, then, what do you want to do? What do you really want to do?
I told him with that note, and Dave will chime in, and I did as well, that we wanted to stay. I'm not attached necessarily to these lands. There are some people that I have made friends with that I like. But we are staying for one reason. I want revenge for my fallen friends who've been turned or killed. You may not know this, but we witches have a creed. If you treat us nicely and with respect, we will return that in kind. But if you wrong us or those that we love, we shall pay you back tenfold for your transgression. But I am weak. I have failed. My overconfidence cost me my friends' lives. I don't want to do that again. But if you can manage to get the pieces you need to take him down, then maybe we have a chance. Maybe I can get the vengeance I so crave.
You know, in a way, that creed sounds very familiar to me. Same one that my village has. We Dragonborn are a proud people. Some of us way more than others, to our detriment. I guess to be as transparent with you five as possible. He looks over to the rest of the party. I said I wanted to stay because I wanted to prove that I belonged as I was a good enough adventurer to belong out here. Not to fail, not out of ego, but just to prove that I was worthy of being on this quest. I won't begrudge any of you if you want to leave. I understand.
To be honest with you, Kardec, I'm only staying because you're staying.
Well, I appreciate that, Bolt.
We agreed to take this job together, and until it's done, I'm not leaving.
I don't want to force anybody. Abby, that goes for you.
Listen here. I just really enjoy the stories that come out of this. And I have already seen so many beautiful instruments that we have not seen in such a long time, and they were in. Granted, they weren't in mint condition, but they were amazing, and you could see the detail. And insert 15 to 30-minute monologue of just instruments here.
Carney's looking at you and smiling because he appreciates when someone's passionate about something.
But granted, with the work I do now, I tend to look at the bigger picture of anything people are offering me. Why would he offer us a chance to go home? Has he ever offered anybody else this?
You think there's something more to this?
You wait until now to give D&D their chance. So why give it to us this early? If he's all this powerful, why not just get rid of us?
Play devil's advocate. Well, more accurately, Dave was watching the shop. I and my friends actively attacked him. As soon as we got here, we walked straight into Ravenloft, sought him out, and attacked him. I can sort of see why he would wait a while before extending the right for me to leave, although the fact that he offered that at all is strange. Perhaps he's more forgiving than I thought. Or perhaps there's another angle to this, I suppose.
I don't trust it.
And that's it right there. You guys went straight there. You weren't prepared. You've been here for what, 6 months now?
Yes.
You know these lands a little bit better. And you probably know where some of the stuff is that we're looking for. Especially he came after we got our readings. So he knows we probably are looking for something to get rid of him. So why not get rid of the threat before they get too powerful?
Speaking from experience...
That's why I stay.
Speaking from experience, Strahd is very cocky. He rules these lands. Like you said, he can go wherever he wants. The only place that I've heard of that has kept him out is Valaki, the city we're heading to. They've somehow managed it, or he's toying with them, which I can't say for sure. Perhaps this was a test to see a resolve. Or he does have something that he wants of you, but he wants to show fairness.
Doubt it. Someone with that much power doesn't look for fairness.
He looks for longevity. Guys, I just realized something. What if the fortune teller is right? What if somehow the 6 of us are able to do it?
Then he is fucked.
That's his angle. That has to be, like, nothing else would make sense to me right now other than the fact that if he knows that we are somehow we are the ones that are capable of defeating him, he doesn't want us to do that. It's a basic survival instinct. You get rid of something that can kill you.
And Granted, he did mention that he wanted to be fair to send people back home that weren't originally brought here by him or his people. If that was true, he would have just sent us back in the first place anyway. Why give us a choice?
Also, going to it, if he wasn't trying to get us here in the first place, he wouldn't have sent us three the original note under false pretenses.
But I'm going to have to play devil's advocate here. There is technically... I could sort of see where he's coming from if he didn't want to say, hey, I'm a vampire, want to do a job for me? Would you have come here if he had sent you a letter saying, I am the lord of this land, I have a job I'd like for you? And then he revealed later, by the way, small note, I'm a vampire. He could have, I suppose he could have just been straightforward, sent you the letter, and then it would have been revealed later. But would that make you trust him more or less at that point? As a witch, I know what it's like to feel persecuted. My magic comes before mortals were allowed to have magic by the gods. There are people that hate people like me, that hunt us down and burn us at the stakes, or drop stones on us, or drown us, solely because of the profession and the magic we use. I have, on occasion, called myself a wizard instead of a witch, because I know what the people of this land are like. Some are good people. Some look with scorn and hatred, as I'm sure you've all seen in your time here. It might be an instance of him just not knowing what it's like. He's been here for centuries, I would wager. And I don't want to discourage you, but you say you could potentially be the ones that could actually do it. But do not get overconfident. That is what destroyed me and my friends. Connection. Okay. We are reconnected. We're back.
Are we Levy again?
According to OBS, we are indeed Levy.
We are so back.
Leva!
We leaving?
Okay. So, Rattle's finally gonna turn back to the group after kind of like checking in on Irina. I think I put 2 and 2 together, if I may be so bold. I think I know what or who he wants. Do you still have that fake note that you were given? Looking at Antonius, Karnak, and Bolt.
Antonius would be the one that has it.
The letter that I...
Antonius reaches into his ruffles instead of his cape and pulls it out from his ruffles instead.
Yeah, the fake letter, Draco, the fake letter that they got had the actually Strahd seal on it, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
In the letter, the job that he wanted you guys to do was to find someone. He wanted Irina in that letter. That may be an angle on why he wants to get rid of all of us. Just to make things easier for him. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that we cannot let that happen. I cannot let that happen.
That's fair.
We all leave. Doors wide open.
We get her to where
Besides,
she needs to go, and then it's a lot harder for him to get to her.
yeah, that last statement he made before you left just chills me to the core.
You to the core. Why does he want me so badly, though? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Zio will look at her. Do you have any ties to the dark forces he was talking about? Because apparently he got pretty upset when he started talking about them.
Not that I'm aware of, no. I'm just the adopted daughter of the burgomaster of the village of Barovia. I don't know about my childhood before that. I don't think I'm related to any dark powers.
Has above game, has Irina mentioned how old she is?
No, I don't believe she has. Also, rude to ask a lady her age, but you certainly could.
Because if we think about it,
Because I might
Maybe.
have an idea of what's going on, but I don't want to like 100% lock it in.
because maybe those dark forces is keeping him from something. That's why he was probably getting mad and upset about when he was talking about them. As he brought me and Kai through the fog.
These dark forces. Maybe this is a reach, but the chanting, everything we heard in the basement of the Durst house. Is that what he's referring to?
You would know that the chanting, they were not a result of the dark power, those ghostly beings, but they were victims, in a sense, of the dark power you gleaned. Their descent into madness and ghosthood, the ghostly beings that were chanting in the basement of Durst Manor. You knew that you didn't 100% know all of the details, but you got the feeling that the dark power that you gazed upon was toying with the people of that house, which led them to madness and their inevitable end.
Okay, I'm gonna... Fuck it. I'm gonna reach for the sky. I don't know if you want me to roll just a general intelligence or a history or an arcana or what, but basically, can Bull attempt to piece together in his mind the possibility that I've already forgotten her name.
Irina.
Irina has some involvement with possibly being like a survivor of the things that happened at the Durst house, or in some way is connected to it.
I will give this to you without a roll. You don't really have information to connect her or not connect her to Durst Manor at this time. It would be mostly conjecture on your part whether or not she is involved with Durst Manor specifically.
It's more or less just a theory at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's it, everybody. We're done for the night.
Yep, no, that's the call off. Bye, everybody.
Loki, actually, though.
Bolt will keep this theory like in his back pocket, and wait until more information possibly becomes revealed later.
Loki, actually, though, based on what was said before we started streaming.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to
That's.
end
I was just
here?
gonna say, like, let's do a final, like, a wrap up of this session and all that.
Alright.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Because Kardak would actually look over at Bolt. You have a point. What I'm gonna say is simple. Yeah. Sorry, he looks over at the two that gave us the mission. You asked us to keep her safe. We asked us to get you all over to where you need to go. That should be our priority right now. Whatever he's planning on doing with us, I don't know. I'm just going to use the here and now, you know?
That's fair. Any smart will chime in. We do greatly appreciate you helping us over. This is... will chime in. This is a bit awkward after everything that happened, but there is one quick stop I do need to make before we hit Valaki. It is on the way down the road. I don't know how familiar you all are with Morgantha, but her and her daughters live in the windmill down the road. I think it would be neighborly to say I'm basically moving into the area before plopping Henrietta down. I mean, it's not going to be like next to the windmill, but I have some things I need to discuss with her along the way.
I'm not going to speak for everybody. I don't see any problem with it, but what do you guys think?
I see no problem.
Go for it.
All right.
You and Dave have been a gracious host to us, Dan. We should respond in kind.
Dan will smile, and Dave will chime in. We try our best. We do.
Does everyone have their free 5 wine?
You guys didn't really sit down to drink any wine. You're still near the Tsar pool if you all want to leave the hut and just have some quick drinking.
Kardak wouldn't join them, but just drink out of his water pouch.
I think I am down a few too many too fast.
See you with that drink.
I'll drink a couple.
Alright.
I am not drinking. I'm too on edge.
I don't think Dan and Dave, Irene, or Ismark will... Maybe they'll have, like, one, but I think that's the extent. They're pretty shaken as well. But as some of you enjoy your drink and party with the Vistani, and also Quimby, because he is still there, you've plotted. You have met the Lord of these lands, the Devil, Strahd von Zorovich. And with that, I think this is an excellent place for us to end the session. So, let's start going around that horn. come on, Discord, work with me here. Let's start with, you know what, we'll start with Chaco at the top of the list. How you doing? How'd you like tonight's session? Where can
I'm
you
doing
be
good. I'm looking forward to more. I said, like, I've done Curse of Strahd at one point, but only I think this is probably about as far as we've gotten. At least to the city of Barovia proper. So I'm actually this is farther than the last time I played this module.
Nice.
But you can find me here on Wednesdays. With this, you can find me also on Draco stream occasionally on Thursdays for party games. You can find me on Tuesdays, Twitch.tv/person for Power Rangers Cyber Strike. Schedules pending. You can also find me and Daluna, Hoshi, and Draco over on Twitch.tv/Burnout Vaughn every bi-weekly Tuesdays for Face of Our Lives, our Wild Beyond the Witchlight playthrough. We just attempted to kill a hag, but they escaped, and now we're basically just ransacking the place. And then, aside from that, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, Ko-Fi, Chocolate Zombie 101.
Alright. And, you know what? I kind of want to try something new. Chaka, do you want to throw that to someone? Your choice. Who goes next?
Hoshi.
Alright.
Hello. I enjoyed tonight's session. This is actually probably my second time doing Curse of Strahd. But I only got to the point where we found the certain weapon. But you guys can find me here on Twitch, YouTube, and Blue Sky at Royal Hoshi. You can also find me here on Draco's channel on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And also on Burnout Vaughn's channel on every bi-weekly Tuesday. Let's go with Van.
Oh shit. Hello, I'm Thanatos. You usually find me here with Draco, usually on Wednesdays, and I believe over on the Lost Night channel, we will be returning on Friday on the Lost Chronicles of Fate, where I play as Solvrook, the Legend of Folk Artificer. And that's it.
Who would you like to toss it to?
Broden.
Hello. I don't have anything to plug, I'm just a guy. But tonight was pretty fun. Pretty short, but at the same time kind of stressful, because, you know, seeing the big man himself. Yeah, can't wait to see what happens next. And, you know, we'll throw it to Daluna.
Hello, I'm MacLeod13. You'll find me on Twitter at Daluna1338. You find me on Twitch, YouTube, and everywhere else you can think of at Daluna13. You found me here yesterday for Kingdom Hearts with Draco, because we are, as Draco said, we are on our bi-weekly where we're not playing. We died.
Yeah.
At this time, not on accident. But we got better, so it's okay. Again, as Choco mentioned, you'll find me on Tuesdays, schedule permitting, for Power Rangers Cyber Strike. And then next week, you'll find me on Burnout Vaughn's channel for our campaign there, Phase of Our Lives, along with Hoshi and him. Now, I guess yelling is the last one.
Yep.
Seems like it. Oh. Was that me?
Nope.
No.
You're still here.
No, that was
Okay.
Hoshi. They had to probably go sleep.
Oh, she had to bounce.
I am yelling at me, or yell, or however you like to call me.
Why are you yelling at yourself?
I get that so often.
I had to make that joke at least once.
Yelling at me or yelling at me VT on Twitch, YouTube, Inkblot, yada yada. And I stream. I'm trying to do a mix of streaming art and ZZZ. And on YouTube, I'm gonna add more shorts, so that's gonna be that. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that just leaves me. Before we go, I'd like to add that little scene you've had with Strahd. That is not in the module proper. I saw that posted somewhere online, and I really liked it, so I adopted it here.
Ah.
The first thing I did was insult him.
You sure did.
It's actually kind of funny that was when the first word that you were like, oh, okay.
You know, there are people that have done worse. Like, in the post where it was mentioned, they said one of their players threw the note into the fire, and then he used his vampiric charm to force him to pick it out of the fire. Which, I mean, for Kai really wouldn't do much, but...
No.
Still.
Just like, oh, geez, ow, it stings.
Ow, that hurts a little. Golly.
Jeez.
But, you've already found me here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday, you can catch me doing Dragon Quest Treasures, where we finish the main story. So we're doing all sorts of post-game stuff, like find monuments, collect more treasure, and see where that takes us. Tuesday, like Choco mentioned, you can find us over at Burnout Vaughn's for Phase of Our Lives. But Lorna got away. Look, that means we can loot everything in our house that isn't nailed down to the floor. So that's what we're doing. Wednesdays, you can catch our Heroes Here, party name pending, and they get to continue their journey over to Valaki, with the quick stop over at the old windmill that in the module has a name, but I refuse to use that name because it's fucked. I'm not gonna say what that is.
Maybe later.
Maybe, after other things have been revealed. But the name is dumb, and I refuse to use it until later. Maybe. But anyway, Thursdays, you can catch us here for all sorts of fun party games and such. Occasionally we do Baldur's Gate 3. Sometimes it's Shackbox Game, or Cards Against Humanity, or Rift Tracks. Whole lot of fun stuff. And last but certainly not least, on Friday, you can catch me playing Spirit Tracks. We're going to go toward the second dungeon, the Frost Dungeon. Yay! But with all of that said and done, how about we find someone to raid? Why is my off... Oh, wait, that's right, I forgot. We do this. It's been a bit. I think I'm gonna raid Hineru, because it has been a long time since we raided her. She is playing Hunt Showdown at the moment. What should our raid message be?
Trade offer.